All right, guys, welcome back to Roleplay Vigil, going into the second hour here of, I believe, week number 7. Katz, you had some questions during the break about your deity. So you chose Cobblepot Toolspark, obviously. His domain is what lies beneath, I think is what I remember choosing that. And then one precept of your religion is your religion has important sacrificial rites, add petition offering. And what does it mean when you get a petition? Where did you paste that from?
From starting moves.
So it says, your religion preaches and sanctifies suffering, add petition suffering, divine guidance. You petition your deity according to the precept of your religion. You are granted some useful knowledge to the boon related to your deity's domain. The GM will tell you what. Okay. So yeah, I would say that you need to sacrifice something in order to gain that petition.
Oh, snap.
Cool. So I can sacrifice something and ask the deity for information on anything, or
only of his domain, so only from what lies beneath.
Okay.
And so that would probably be like something dark and sinister, or, you know, it kind of think of that realm, think of everything that would encompass that.
So say with the swamp that we're about to enter, fall within that
I wouldn't,
realm of creatures there?
Maybe. You could try. You just have to see what happens.
You could ask him about Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's a bad joke, Ryan.
Although
that's a good movie.
Right. I think it's a great joke.
I think it's a good movie, too. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can. And I would say that depending on what you sacrifice will probably... So say if you sacrifice like a squirrel compared to a human, you'll get better information for doing a human, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Depending on the size of the sacrifice or the power, I guess, of the sacrifice.
The value.
Yeah, the value. That's a better word for it. Cool.
I like squirrels.
We'll see if
squirrel.
We'll see if
It depends on the squirrel.
well.
That squirrel could be super valuable. It could be the only albino squirrel.
It could be
in
a
the
squirrel that
forest.
shoots a bow and gets Neil real pissed. You never know. It's a callback to old school Evan right there. All right, so let's deal with the rest of the rolls here. Bongo, you rolled a 5, and that was for... I need to write this down.
I was the Trailblazer.
You were the Trailblazer. It reduces the amount of time. So this is actually going to... The trip through this place is actually going to match the time spent that would have been going on the road because you rolled so poorly. So you're really not saving that much time. It's actually just going to be more dangerous for you. Okay. The Scout of... You rolled a 5. Make sure you guys both mark XP for that.
Already did.
As you kind of like wander off from the group, you get a little bit ahead of everyone, and you look back, and the fog is so thick that you're actually having a hard time seeing the group. There are torches out. You can kind of see the torches that Krohn is holding every now and then. Also, Albert has one as well, and you can kind of see the light of them behind you, but it's a little bit difficult. And as you're scouting through this, what's up?
Oh, sorry. I've also taken my glove out of my boot and put it onto my left hand.
Gotcha. You can see the glove outline as well. It looks more white than the torches, obviously. Those are more of a yellow hue to them in the fog. And you can definitely like separate the two, that light from the torch light. But as you're scouting through this, I would assume you're doing it very slowly and kind of like stepping into the different water or elevations very slowly. And... You keep doing it for probably about 15 or so minutes and get far enough out to where you can't really see the group at all anymore. You can't see the outlines or anything. And probably about 20 feet to your left, you actually just see like a white light just light up in front of you.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it looks like it's almost floating and kind of like hovering back and forth.
It's a Moogle. No,
This is only Zatson. The rest of the party is kind of behind.
Do I recognize what that is? What that light is?
You don't recognize it. No, it looks very similar to Kaitlyn's glow. It's that white light.
Okay. I am going to slowly back up and tell the party quietly.
Okay, as you take
what I see ahead.
As you take like 2 steps back, this thing like moves towards you the same distance. So like you take 1 step back and it moves forward a little bit. You can see that the light doesn't dim or anything. It stays the same
strength. I move forward then.
As you move forward, it moves like the opposite direction forward further away from you, the same distance.
Okay. So I don't really have anything for this.
You kind of see it start to go like left and right a little bit, and as it does that, you're actually seeing the light that's coming from this this thing actually kind of piercing the fog, and in front of you, you can see the ground a lot more clearly, 5-10 feet out. It just looks like simple swamplands.
Okay. I am going to pull out, like, quietly, pull out a potion from my adventuring kit.
Okay.
Or not adventuring kit, 'cause it's not my adventuring kit, but, like, my bag, and hold it to my side.
Okay. The creatures, you see the light actually start to get brighter from this creature. And now you have a very, very easy shot of, an easy time seeing pretty much all around you. The light, however, is still just a bright light that's up in the air. There's nothing connected to it.
Okay. I'm going to quietly pull Smalls out of my pocket and bring him up and point at it and point back at the group and let him run back to you, run back to the party.
Okay. You see him, he like on the ground, he's fine where you set him down. You see him kind of like jump into the swamp, and he's a little bit slow getting across because he's not used to swimming, obviously. But eventually he scurries back, and you kind of see him trail out of your view distance. But he's going the direction where you last saw the party.
Okay.
At this point, you see this this light off in the distance, and it actually starts going further away from you. And then it stops, and then it kind of comes back over towards you a little bit, as if it's kind of motioning you to go towards it.
Is there, like, when I'm looking around, do I see anything where I can find cover or, like, get in the shadows?
I mean, there's a couple of like rotting tree limbs or trunks in front of you. They have moss and whatnot growing on it. But apart from that, there's no giant trees or anything like that you could hide behind. No rocks. It's all pretty just much marshland, swampland.
Okay, I stay where I am.
Okay. The creature starts to like get closer to you, and it probably gets about 10 feet out. And you see it start to like circle you.
It starts just going around me?
Yeah, in a circle.
And it's just a light?
Yeah, it's just a bright white light. As this is going on, what are the rest of you doing? Are you just slowly working your way through the swamp?
We don't see it, correct?
No, you don't see anything. In fact, you haven't seen Zatson for quite some time. At this point, it's probably safe to get worried. Beth actually speaks up. It's like, where's that lizard man that was with you? You should have been back by now.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm not comfortable going into the swamp. It seems really scary.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Well, Zatson kind of does have a propensity to be a loner and kind of go off on his own sometimes, but he has been gone a long time. Let's see what's going on with him, and then we'll talk about the swamp, I think.
Wait, I have an idea. Can you order Albert to get off his horse and stand next to me for a second?
Okay. Albert, stand next to Dongo.
As you
Tell
wish.
him not to move.
As you wish. He jumps off of his horse and stands right next to you. He's towering over you. This guy's like almost 7 feet tall. So you probably come up to like maybe his waist.
Really? I'm on my horse still, though.
Oh, on your horse? Yeah. You're probably about the same height as him. You guys ride ponies instead of like full-on horses because you just can't fit.
Okay. I'll pull out a dagger and slit his throat.
Okay. As you're like slitting his throat,
I knew it!
He cusps his like neck, and you see him like turn to you, and his eyes are just like really, really wide. He doesn't say anything as it's happening. The two elves like look at you and look back at Bongo, and you see like Beth actually go to reach for her dagger. Albert slumps to the ground and falls down. He's clearly dead. And Krohn looks at you and he goes, "What did you kill him for? I thought he was your ally."
Yeah, Dongo, what was that?
I ignore that, look at the sky, and pray to Cobblepot. And say, God Cobblepot, I sacrifice this stupid man. Please give us information on what lies beneath. and what troubles are ahead of us in the swamp.
Okay. Is there a roll for this? Or do I just tell you? I think I just tell you, right? What does it say on your
I
sheet?
think it's a starting move. It doesn't say anything about a roll.
Okay. You're asking what lies beneath?
Yep.
Okay. You get an answer. I'll tell you what it is here in a second. As this is going on, you kind of lose track of time around you as you're having this thought or this presence of Cobblepot in your head. And the rest of you, or sorry, I guess Ryan and Kaitlyn, both of the elves are actually like drawing their weapons, and they're like, "That man had no right to die. Why would your friend kill him?" And you see the mage actually step forward, and he goes, "It was as the master commanded."
Look, I just wanted him to stand next to him. I had no idea my brother was going to slit his throat. I've never seen him do anything that crazy before.
He goes, "Well, we do not wish to travel with someone as reckless as this. Perhaps we shall meet you where we are going. This is not safe for us. We do not want to be in the presence of such a..." And he looks at him and just says, "maniac."
Look,
So do I hear any of this, or am I in trance?
No, you're in trance this entire time.
he's clearly not lucid right now. He's in some kind of trance. But when he comes out, I will talk to him. I assure
He
you,
goes,
you're safe.
"Simply words will not suffice here. Either you remove him from our group or we are going on our own way. This is not what we agreed to." And Beth like actually has both of her daggers out as if she's ready to attack if she needs to.
Listen, if you go on your own way, then we will be lost. We will not know the way.
He goes, "That is not our trouble. That is not our worry. Our worry is the king. It is not killing innocent men for no reason." He goes, "Either do something about this now, or we will simply leave and leave you to the swamp."
I am not going to kill or remove my brother from the party.
He goes, "Then we shall depart." And you see him like get on his horse, and he looks towards Beth and says something in Elvish. Riley, you actually understand, and it says, "Let us immediately leave. We are not welcome here, and these men are absolutely insane."
Why do you trust me? Why are you speaking to me like this all
He
of a
doesn't.
sudden?
No, he doesn't say it to you. Garon says this to Beth. You just understand Elvish.
Oh,
I
I thought I heard Riley.
No,
Okay.
I was just saying that you understood it.
He was saying,
Okay.
Riley, you understand.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you hear this.
Okay.
And has Smalls reached them yet, or is he still swimming?
Yeah,
trucking?
about this time. Well, let's go to Dongo. Dongo, what was the question that you asked?
What lies beneath, and yeah, like troubles that might be ahead in the swamp.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What does it look like when you speak to Cobblepot? Is it like a giant face in the sky? Are you in like his quarters and like a little gnome walks out from somewhere? Or what does it look like when you communicate with them? Where do you move to in your head? Or like where does this god reside, I guess is the best thing to say. What is his domain?
It's like a cave, but it's purple and there's like gas everywhere and kind of like those things that you see in the sky. It's just like purple lights and purple smoke, and then Cobblepot is purple as well. Everything is purple.
He's got
He's in a
purple
rave
skin.
right now.
He's got purple
Yeah.
skin.
Well, it's more like he's kind of like me in shadow form, where he's
Oh, okay,
just
gotcha.
kind of ethereal. being?
Ethereal, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and Cobblepot is the god of what exactly was it that you marked? It's what his domain is. What lies his belief, but
What lies beneath, and
okay, yeah. So you ask this question, and when you do, you hear this voice from the other side, and he goes, and you understand exactly what he's saying, and he is saying with such a simple statement and such a simple noise that there is in this swamp there is a dragon turtle. This dragon turtle, for the most part, is always good mannered and will not harm you, but it does not like civilization, and it does not like the rise of cities or the rise of industrialization or settlements or anything like that, and it will always destroy that. And that is why he lives in this swamp, because it is the last place that people will ever try to build anything like that.
Can that turtle communicate with us? Like, can it speak?
You don't hear anything for a while, and then for a second once more you just hear the noise of Cobblepot, and you're able to understand that he can communicate with you. However, it is not common for him to speak to people like yourselves, very simple-minded folk, at least to him.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Got Cobblepot.
Okay. The rest of you see Dongo come out of this trance, and he kind of like comes to. The two elves are actually on horseback, stepping away from the swamp, and you start to see Smalls kind of like swimming in the water right next to you, and he actually just shouts out like, "Help me, please."
I run to the swamp.
Where are the elves going?
Okay, you're running. You pick up Smalls, Riley. But go ahead.
We can still see the elves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ride and tell them to stop and talk to them?
Listen, Dongo. When they saw you cut that man's throat, they don't trust you.
Well, they shouldn't trust me, but I don't know. We need them.
We do. I turned to the wizard. Can you, that thing you do where your eyes roll back, can you track where they're going?
He goes, there's something blocking my ability to do so.
Wait, why did the wizard come with us?
He's still with you.
Oh, okay.
He communicated with them when he went in trance or whatever, and then he said he'd go with you guys. Cause that's what he told me
I thought
to
he
do.
stayed there.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks at you, Bongo, and he's like, for some reason I cannot. This fog is doing something.
Okay, now what? You shouldn't have let him leave.
Can we still see the elves?
I didn't really have any choice.
They're pretty much out of distance at this point. You see, like, the torch barely a little bit further down the way, but that's all you can see of them. You can't see their bodies or anything.
This is
There's
like
always
really this is like really conflicting for my character because like they're totally right. These characters are really evil and they're savages. So
Yeah.
What's your
role-playing,
alignment?
man.
Caitlin?
Good.
What's Riley? You're
Good.
good. Yeah, you would probably have talked to them, and they're also Elven. So, and you heard what they said. Like, I think you would have personally like gone and talked to them right away. But it's up to you how you want to play your character.
And so do what? Like, yeah, you guys are right. Like, get out of here while you can.
Well, no, but there must be a reason why you stick with the party. So you could tell them that for them to relate to. I think.
Are you, like, holding Smalls, by the way, Riley?
Yeah, I'm holding Smalls. All right, and run
Smalls,
after.
Okay, well, Smalls, as you're running, he's like, wait, go back. Wait,
Sorry.
Zatson is in trouble. You must help.
Zatson will be in even more trouble if we lose these elves because they know this area
He's
much
encountered
better.
something in the swamp. You must go now.
I call for the elves in Elvish. I say, wait, please wait.
In Elvish?
Yeah, I
Okay,
yell.
you see the torch, like, stop, and as you're, like, running towards them, you can see the outline of the horse turn.
I see them stop?
Yep.
Okay, so I keep running towards them until I'm in speaking range.
Okay, let's go back to Zatson real quick. Just so everyone knows, it's Bongo and Dongo with the magic person, the two elves with Riley and Smalls, and then Zatson. You guys are all different three groups. Probably you're far enough away from each other that all you can really see are torches at this point. And Zatson, you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
This all happened at the same time. So going back to you, this thing is still circling you. What are you doing?
I kind of like extend my hand and try to see if I can touch it.
Yeah, as you extend your hand, it like the light kind of comes into your hand and sits there and just kind of circles in it. And then you see it kind of like slowly start to move away and stop.
I'm like pretty amused by this, and now I'm curious if it will understand me when I'm talking. And I hold my hand out as it's like moving back and forth and trying to get. I can tell that it's trying to get me to follow it, right?
Yes.
I'm like, I am not alone.
you see it like come up to you again, and then really quickly it just moves away, back to its original position, like beckoning you even more.
I back up again a couple steps to see what it does.
It just backs up as well.
All right, I just keep backing up then.
Okay, you see it start to back up, and as you're backing up, you see another light source from behind you, like shine light. You can definitely tell it's there. It's a bright white that just pops up out of nowhere. Now there's one behind you as well.
There's two of them?
Yeah, the one in front of
Getting
you.
attacked
Like,
by Moogles. It's just a light though, right?
Yep.
Okay. And it doesn't have any eyes or anything, I can't tell.
You have no idea.
All right, I'm just going to keep backing up.
Okay. You continue to back up, and to your left, you see another one pop up as well. Now there's one in front of you, one to your left, and one right behind you. Probably about 5 feet or so on each side, varying distances.
I'm going to keep backing up.
Okay. You keep backing up. Dongo, Bongo, and the mage. A little bit off in the distance, you see these 3 white lights just slowly moving through the swamp.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but we need to figure this out quick.
Okay, here's what I learned by killing that Albert useless dude. There is a giant turtle, dragon turtle, that lives in the swamp. And I don't think it's evil. It's mostly friendly. Cobblepot told me all this, by the way, so you're welcome. You could praise him. But, yeah, it hates civilization, so I think we could use that to our advantage. Whenever we see the turtle, if we encounter it, we should just talk about how much civilization sucks and make it our friend.
Sure. Did you figure out where it was?
In the swamp. It's a giant dragon turtle. Chances are we might, you know.
The mage interrupts, and he's like, Sirs, look. And he looks, he points over towards the light, and he's like, we should have this discussion later. That is not good.
All right. I rush over towards the lights.
Okay. As you do, you see, you get closer, and Zatzen is kind of like slowly. What do you look like as you're kind of like backpedaling through the swamp? Are you like kind of crouched over and slowly moving and sneaking?
Yeah, I'm crouched down, and I have one hand on a vial and the other one on one of my dagger, and I'm just backing up slowly. My tail's like swishing in the swamp water very, very slowly because I don't want to make very much noise.
Okay.
And
Bongo.
both of my eyes are just like going different directions, trying to watch all these creatures.
Gotcha. Bongo, you said you walked towards the 3 lights?
Yes.
Okay. As you walk towards the 3 lights, 2 of them like break off from this almost triangle that they are forming around Zatzen, and you see them kind of like float over to you. They get probably within like 5 feet from you, and you see this ray of light shoot out from one of it and actually hits you.
It's me?
Yeah, it hits you in the chest, and you're kind of like knocked back, and you take.
Does he get to defy danger at all?
Yeah, is there any...
No, you just take this damage. Actually, can you roll 2d8 minus 2 for me? You take 4 damage from this ray of light that shoots you in the chest. You're kind of like knocked back, and the other one, as this one hits, goes to shoot it. You actually like see it start getting brighter and brighter at the tip of it. What do you do?
I get away from it.
You get away from it, so you're just trying to like dodge?
I mean, it's not connected to me, right?
No, it's probably about 5 or 10 feet away from you.
Yeah. I'm running away from it.
Okay.
I can see this, right?
I also yell out, "Help! Help!"
I say, "Stop!" to try to grab its attention.
It doesn't stop. You can see it just getting brighter and brighter. It's the same look and same thing that happened when this first one shot.
All right, I take the vial that I have been holding in my hand.
Okay.
And I try to apply the ingredients on these creatures.
Okay.
Or I guess as many as I can.
Yeah, just give me a roll, because I think that's tied to your rolls, right?
It's golden root. It's, let me see, poisoner. I wonder if it is a roll.
Yeah, it says.
It doesn't say anything about rolling. It says you've mastered mastered the care and use of poison. Choose a poison from the list. It's no longer dangerous to you. You also start with 3 of the vials of this. Whenever you have time to gather materials, you can create 3 more.
I remember because I remember you used this in R&D, but there was something that we did when you first used it that made it incredibly OP.
Yes, it depends on if it depends on if it's an applied or touched, or etc.
Okay, so the golden root, you apply it to your dagger.
Yeah, it's an application.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I also have poison mastery. Yeah. Or wait, which one is it? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
If you use a poison once, it's no longer dangerous for you to use.
Yeah, I thought it was something else. That's why.
I wonder why it would be dangerous whenever you have time to use.
After you've used a poison once, it's no longer. So it means that I can be immune to multiple different poisons. So as I encounter more poisons in my life, once I use it, or once I create a new type.
I'm gonna say like you're like not fumbling, but you're quickly going into your pouch to find this specific poison and you're applying it.
No, I already had it out. Remember, I've been holding it on my side for a while now as I've been backing up.
Okay, but you dip your dagger in it.
Yeah, I've been like waiting. I had my hand on my dagger and I had the potion for a while and I was just backing up.
Ryan's defying danger first because he said he was going to do that. So Ryan, give me a defy danger, and you're just running away.
Yeah, what do I use?
Just use a dex because you're trying to get out of there as fast as possible.
7.
Choose one of those options, I think, right? Or is it just?
It's different when I'm.
Oh, so on a 7-9 you deal it. Oh, okay. Or wait, no. Here it is. You're running through, and like as you're running through this swamp, you misjudged the depth of it, and like you step really hard, thinking it was not going to be as deep as it was, and you kind of like stumble forward. But you were quick enough to get out of the shot. It looks like once these, from your point of view, and only you can really tell this because you were focused on it. It looks like as this thing makes its attack, it can only make its attack in that certain area. It won't like follow you. So like it charges something and shoots at just that area. So if you get out of the way quickly and do so successfully, you can dodge the attack.
Okay.
Maggie, you pull out your dagger and the poison is now applied to it.
Okay. And I would like to try to slash at one of these, or as many as I can.
Okay, there's 2 over near Bongo and Dongo, and there's still that one that was right next to you. You actually look at it, and you can see that it is getting brighter and brighter. It looks like it's getting ready to attack you.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, hack and slash. So yeah, deal your damage to the enemy, but its attack is going to go off on you.
All right, and I have 1d8. Plus, what's... I know my character's 1d8 damage, but like, do I get any modifiers to that?
I don't. You tell me.
Am I behind it or am I in front of it?
You don't really see like a behind for this. There's no back to this thing. I mean, it's just like a glowing sphere of light.
This is a thief's worst nightmare. Okay, cool.
You deal 8 damage to it. Wow. Can you roll a 2d8 minus 2 for me? You roll. Wow. Okay. It like, as this beam hits you, it doesn't like hurt you at all, and you notice that as it does, this thing like comes over to you and it starts like flying around you and like wrapping around, like twists and goes all around your arm, and it seems like it's very friendly to you now.
Good.
As you strike at it. At this point in time, Riley, off in the distance, you hear Bongo shout. It's like, we need help. You can definitely like pick out the voice.
So I'm right in front of the elves now, though?
Yep.
Alright, so in Elvish, I started saying that I really understand why you guys want to abandon the party and leave. I know that Dongo looks crazed, and he is crazed, and it's because of people like us that, you know, we're going to stop.
He looks and interrupts you and he goes, I'm sorry, but your friends seem to be in trouble, and it would be a terrible, terrible tragedy if they were to fall. I do not care, but perhaps you might.
Yeah, let's go back now. Go.
I am not going anywhere near.
Will you still help us?
Because we will meet you on the other side of this swamp. I am not traveling anywhere near that creature over there. You see Beth kind of like nod and agree.
Okay, but you'll be near and you'll help us find the king.
We have a common goal in finding the king. However, how we get to that goal will probably not be together. You will have our information, but you will not have our help.
But, I mean, I guess I'll still have your help, though, if we're still both trying to kill the king, right?
You hear some splashes off in the distance, as if like someone has just fallen into the swamp. What did you say?
Nothing. All right. So I let them go on their way. I'm not going to try and convince them to stick around with someone who I know is evil.
Okay.
I'd run back to...
They just like very calmly just like mosey off, not even worried about this fight at all.
While I'm running back, though, I say to Smalls, I tell him that my friends are in danger.
He goes, yes, that's in as well. We must hurry.
All right. Well, I'm going to go check in with my friends first. Do you mind? Because I know exactly where they are.
No, Zat's in first.
That's in first. During this, am I back to my party while I have this conversation? Like, how long does it take?
Off in the distance, you see like three of these like light globes, basically, off in the distance. You can kind of see like two on the left-hand side, then probably about 10 or so feet off, one to the right-hand side. You see some outlines of bodies. One is kind of like lined, one is hunched over near the edge of the water. One is just kind of standing up, and the other one is kind of like hunched down, taller than the other two.
Are the orbs closer to one of these figures than the other? Like, is there someone that looks more vulnerable than the others?
Probably the person that's like half in the water.
All right,
I would say more vulnerable
I
than the
rush
others,
over to that person, and I tell Smalls, I don't know which one Zatson is, but I want to help whoever needs it the most first.
As you're like running, he's like, it's that one, it's taller than the others. Look. You see him like his little paw like points over to their finger.
It's so cute. Oh my god. So it's not the one I'm running towards?
No.
Okay, I once again, I say to Smalls, I say, I'm sorry, but, you know, if we keep the whole party alive, then it'll be easier to save everyone else.
He goes, I'll tell Zatson about this. And then
all right,
it's gonna take you around to get over there. You're wearing like heavy armor and you're on Argo, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, is Argo? I'm pretty sure Argo is armored, right? Wasn't that a request of yours? Yeah. Let's say it takes him a little bit longer to get through this swamp. I mean, it's a swamp. It's going to take a long time. Longer than a horse that was unarmored with a person that was unarmored on it. So we'll wait a round and then we'll come back to you.
I said that I was running over there, but in my head I was on Argo, so...
I know. We're good. We got it clarified. All right, what are the rest of you doing? You see the two near Bongo and Dongo start to charge up. Bongo, you're like trying to get your leg out of this, but it seems to be stuck in like mud or something, and you're having a really hard time. Dongo, your brother is down in the water to your right, and one of these other creatures is starting to light up right in front of you. All three of you can make a move. Just do something.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
I'm going to defy danger and get out of the area. I'm just going to like circle around because I think it's going to go straight forward. So
Okay. I would say that you're powering through here. You're using all your force and all your might to pick your leg up and force your leg up out of this crap that it's stuck in the swamp. So give me a 2d6 plus strength.
11.
You have no problem. You, for whatever reason, just get this surge of energy. You can actually see like a little bit of electricity spark off through your temples. You like pull your boot out of the water and fall back a little bit and collect yourself. And as you do, like one of the sources of light like shoots another ray towards you and hits the ground and splashes the water. You see a little bit of like fog or smoke come off from where you hit. Is that sick, Dongo?
I definitely want to do something. So the creature is definitely seeming like it's friendly.
Yeah, he's like twirling all around you.
Okay,
like,
I tried to basically guide it into my hand, and
yeah, he has no
speak to it
problem. He
once
like
more,
goes up your arm.
and I look around to the other two. They're within range of me speaking to them, right?
They're probably within 10 feet. Yeah, if you yell, you
Okay.
can speak to them.
I begin to like stand up straight. I'm no more. I no longer look like I'm in attack mode, and I say, "Command them to stop." To the creature.
He kind of just like twirls around your hand and just constantly starts going like all over your body, just twirling in and out of your legs and up to your hand, and just keeps doing that.
All right. I guess I just move over to the next one.
You like walk closer to the other one? Okay. You start walking through the swamp. Dongo, what are you doing in all this?
I'll just try to dodge as well. The attack.
Okay.
Just run forward.
All right, yeah, give me a plus dex roll. 2d6 plus dex.
My dex is 11, so 2d6 minus 1.
Yep.
My dex is 11, so that would be 2d6 minus 1, right?
Yes, yes. Oh, wait, no, with a... Is it... I think...
That's just 0.
Yeah, it's just a 0. I think 10...
No, but
Oh, right,
Oh,
but you
yeah,
have... Yeah, sorry, you do have
yeah.
minus 1, naturally.
8 is -1. 9 is 0. 12 is 0.
4.
Nope.
Yeah, you know, you run for whatever reason. You and your brother think alike, and you step right into the same spot where he just was. And instead of like getting one foot stuck, it's almost like a jump. You're jumping out of the way, and both of your feet are stuck into this rivet. But as you're doing that, the ray lands behind you. The ray of light lands behind you and like hits the water and like smokes. Or smoke fills the air as it's missing you, but you are now stuck in this hole. Riley, at this point, you and Argo have trudged.
that was
through
a failed roll, though, right?
Yes, yeah, it's a straight up fail. Actually, you know what? You jumped into that water. You're gonna have a hard time. You're like having a hard time breathing. You're right at the water level. You're kind of like grasping for air. You're gonna have to spin around, maybe even 2, like going underwater and picking your feet up one by one. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Grasping for air,
Alright.
he's just like grabbing it
Yeah.
right like that.
Exactly. He's trying to bring it into his mouth, man.
I start doing that. I go into the water and start trying
Okay,
to...
you're working on that. Riley, at this point, you approach the party. You see one of the gnomes, which you can recognize to be Dongo, like going underneath the water, and you have no idea what he's doing there, but he seems to be flailing his arms everywhere. Bongo is off to the side. He looks like he just like took another jump. He's on ground though. And over to the other side, Zatzen just kind of standing there and like slowly lurching towards the rest of them, but he has one of these things just swirling all over his arms. At first glance, you would probably think that it's attacking Zatzen.
Yeah. Alright, so I just ran up to Dongo in the water?
He's in front of you, yeah. You can reach pretty much all 3 of them at this point.
Okay. I extend my arm. Wait, like he's submerged underwater?
Yeah, he's like going... His head is not submerged, but he's having to lean over and go underwater to pick his feet up. You don't understand why. This is just what you see.
Okay, well I quickly like extend my hand to him and like motion him to like get on my horse.
Okay. As you extend your hand and like put it out to the water, you see Smalls jump out of it, and he's like slowly swimming across this swamp on his way over to Zatzen. And you put your arm down. Dongo, you feel an arm up in the air, kind of like grabbing yours. You're not sure whose it is, though.
I yell out to Smalls to be careful, and I also yell out to Dongo to get on now.
You hear like, "Get on now!"
You're muted, bro.
Well, do I see her hand? Because if I do, if I know there's a hand out there, I'll reach for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you can like feel it like grasping your arm, trying to grab you.
Okay, I'll try to hold on to her hand, see if she can pull me out.
Okay.
Okay, I try it with one hand. I'll
Okay,
just say
can you
with
give
one.
me a 2d6 plus strength, Kaitlyn? To see if you can pull him out. Yeah, you do end up pulling him out. You know, Argo also is there as you're kind of leaning over, and with his help, you're able to force him out. But as you're doing this, you actually see one of these things has been charging the entire time, or sorry, getting brighter and brighter the entire time. And right as you pull Dongo out, you see this ray of light shoot over towards you, and it hits you on Argo. Can you roll a 2d8 minus 2 for me?
Not -3?
Nope. Yeah, it like hits your armor, and you kind of like see this ray of light almost bounce off, like it's a ray, like a laser hitting a mirror or something like that. You take 1 point of damage, but that is all. And Donger, you are now up on the. You're like being pulled through this sludge and through the swamp with Riley on you.
Okay, and I quickly after he's up, when I can make a next action, I run towards the next person who's closest.
Okay, yeah, you start running towards Bongo. Bongo, what are you doing in all this?
I mean,
And then we'll go back to Zatson.
pretty much just picking myself up from the swamp. Is this laser beam getting ready to charge and fire again?
Yeah.
All right, I'm continually like just angling myself out of the ray, and
So you're just making another dodge?
I mean, I'm not trying to get hit by it, and at the same time, I will say, I saw Zatson like kind of have success with this, or did I not see that?
With what? Dodging?
With these, no, just with these little creatures.
From your point of, I mean, like you look over at Zatson and you see him like walking towards you, guy, and this thing is like going. It's like almost playing with him from your point of view. It looks like he's just like going on around
But
his
I'm
arms and
no
swinging around his
longer
neck.
like in attack stance.
Right.
Yeah. You seem to be like kind of welcoming it. You almost have a smile on your face.
Get this thing to stop shooting at us. I say to Zatson, as I'm also dodging.
Okay, give me a 2d6 plus dex. Are you just like once again just jumping out of the ray as this thing's charging where you're originally standing? What I'm asking is, are you doing any other defy danger attribute?
It'd be running, so dex anyway, I think.
Okay. Also, here, I'll just message you.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm just making sure you remember that. Go ahead if you want to roll. New updates are available. Thank you, Windows. 9. Yeah, you dodge out of the way, and you're jumping. You're almost like leaping. You haven't exactly gotten the time down. You're a little bit confused as to some are taking longer to charge, some are taking a shorter amount of time to charge, and you jump into the water next to you. And as you do, instead of meeting something that is mud, which you met the first time, or something that is water, you come across something that is very scaly and very rough and very large. You can almost like fit on this thing as you do. It's very leathery. And it like swishes back and forth in the water.
Dragon turtle. Turtle dragon. I say as I get myself up.